And that's Detroit. That's the Detroit I'm from. So nobody's really on a health kick. It's just not a thing. Nobody's juicing. Nobody's adding leafy greens to every meal without a bunch of salt and meat, you know what I'm saying, to be added to the dish. So it's just, I am a vegan black guy. I had to say, like I don't know who I am, but I lost 120 pounds about 2.5 years ago after going vegan. It completely changed my life. So I hope everybody is doing well. Come on in. Like I say, guys, hit me with them likes and share this content out. I am doing a live Q&A. I just hope everybody is well. So if you guys have any health questions, any questions about natural herbs, remedies, anything about my weight loss journey, if you guys are on your own weight loss journey, feel free to shoot the breeze with me. That's what this time is for. So the time is 1:36 here in Detroit, Michigan. I'm here to answer some questions. If y'all got any questions about natural herbs, remedies, I recently did one on colloidal silver. I have them on black seed oil, oregano oil, ginkgo, maca powder. Did I do maca? I didn't do maca. Mucuna powder, moringa, spirulina, you name it, I've almost done it at this point. So again, y'all, if y'all have any health questions or anything about remedies or herbs or anything like that, that's what I'm here for. I'm not an herbalist though, but I happen to know a little bit in that area. Let's converse. Meaning there is lots of vegan junk food, and can we talk about the misconception of vegans only eat healthy? Yeah. There's a lot of vegan junk food and unhealthy processed foods. Tons of it, yes. 100%, not every vegan is healthy. And also, like, as a vegan, well, not all of us, but we don't always eat healthy, you know. All of these options at these restaurants now aren't the healthiest options. They are mostly processed. Whatever, like Beyond Burgers, Impossible Burgers, the Beyond Nuggets at KFC. I mean, I'd prefer those to the regular nuggets, but they're not healthy. You know, I just think they are maybe a healthier alternative, but they're still deep fried and processed, and you know what I mean? So yes, my point exactly. You know, so yeah. You know, vegan does not equate to a healthy lifestyle. It just means you don't eat animal products. Yes, and that is the thing. But there are a lot of us out there, you know. And that's the thing, you know. So it's a fight for balance, you know, always, and just trying to make sure that, you know, I get the most nutrition possible. You know, trying to load meals up with leafy greens and getting my grains and my beans and try to get my protein and, you know, having nutritional yeast and, you know, hemp seeds and chia seeds and just having those things. But at the same time, you know, if I go out, I cannot say that I will not have a Beyond Burger. Can't say that, you know. But again, it's finding that balance. So if you guys are just joining, I'm vegan black guy. I lost 120 pounds about 2.5 years ago after I went vegan, and one of the best decisions I've ever made. So hit me with some likes, hit me with the gifts if you got them, and share this content out. And that's the thing, like I'm not here just panhandling, you know. So as far as the gifts go, it is cool now that creators can get paid for their content. But if there is any content on TikTok that is beneficial to the people, I would have to say that mine is in the runnings. You know what I'm saying? My whole mission is to help us live longer. And if that ain't a gift, I don't know what is. So many assume that vegans equal healthy or fit. You know, and there is so much more to it, like the debate on B12 or lack of B12 coming from animals. Yeah, exactly. That can get deep. And that's the thing, we can supplement with B12, and of course it may not be the exact same. But the funny thing is, like, you know, B12 never really became an issue until being a vegan became popular. So So now it's like, oh, well, you don't want to be deficient in this. And there's always something, and that's kind of how I view it. There is always a new thing that people aren't doing, or people aren't getting, or that people are doing or getting too much of. Like, it never stops, right? It does get really deep. It's much misconception and debates, yes. And at the end of the day, y'all, like, I think a plant-based diet is the healthiest diet overall. It's that simple. But there, it has its faults. It has its hiccups, like anything else. If you go keto or low carb, then your cholesterol is probably really high. If you're vegan, you may be lacking vitamin B12, or are you getting enough protein? And if you are pescatarian, there's a lot of mercury in fish and seafood, and seafood has the most parasites. So yeah, let's just say whatever health style that you choose, you probably just won't be able to win. You can't win, especially once you start posting things online. You open yourself up to the critics, to the people, to the machine. I wake up every day and create this content, and I don't get paid to do it. That's the thing, So I'm starting to get some brand deals, and that's really cool. That is really cool, to start to get recognition, for this lifestyle brand that I've created. It helps with my accountability, and just feeling like this stuff is worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's not in vain. It's not a waste. What was the biggest obstacle in your journey? Good question. The biggest obstacle. In most like health journeys or weight loss journeys, I would say like it's usually your environment. Especially, I'm from Detroit, y'all. Like, there's not many health nuts in Detroit, especially like in Detroit. Detroit is one of the few cities where you say you're in Detroit, or you're from Detroit, or something is Detroit, and if it's not really Detroit, if it's not a Detroit zip code, we don't recognize it as being Detroit, because there are two different worlds. There is they call it Detroit proper, because Detroit is being gentrified, so they call it Detroit proper, and that's Detroit. That's the Detroit I'm from. So in that area, it's definitely, more impoverished, I would say. And, it's a food desert. There's not much access to healthy foods and things of that nature. So yeah, nobody's really on a health kick. It's just not a thing. Nobody's juicing. Nobody's adding leafy greens to every meal without a bunch of salt and meat, you know what I'm saying, to be added to the dish. So it's just creating that environment, you know what I mean, that's conducive to that lifestyle that we want to live. And I think that was the hardest thing for me, because everywhere I go, people are eating meat, people are eating dairy, people are eating bad or fried foods. Nobody's working out, so when I work out, I'm by myself. And then, especially when you're starting out, those first like 2 weeks. But the best thing I had going was that I was living alone at the time. But when you go out, when you go to play, like that was the thing, I couldn't go out. I wouldn't go out because I knew the temptation was there. So that's a pretty big hurdle, you know what I mean, to overcome, is just that environment and just, kind of staying away for a while, but also when you do go places, because you're going to have to, you got to live life, saying no, being able to, my biggest thing, one of my big things is that when I'm undergoing a lifestyle change, I don't like to say, hey, I'm on a diet or I'm doing this thing. I just say no. No thanks, I'm all right. Now, as a big fella, as a bigger person, people may come along as, oh, you sure? Like, really? Oh, you gonna act like that? That's just what I have to deal with. But I don't want to say I'm on a diet. I don't want to say I'm trying to change or eat healthy, because then there's the pressure. Because along a weight loss journey, again, guys, I'm 2.5 years in, there are slip ups. And we don't need anybody reminding us of what we said we would do during those slip ups. My thing is have a short memory and get back on the horse.